Welcome back, class 10, your civics class. In your class today, we will discuss some questions from chapter 2, which is the Union Executive, the President and the Vice President. Now, let me discuss some short questions first. Mention the component parts of the Union Executive. The answer is the President, the Vice President, and the Prime Minister. Name the Chief Executive in India. Why is he elected indirectly? It came in the year 2018. The President is the Chief Executive in India. He is elected indirectly because a direct election would involve tremendous work and heavy expenditure, number one. Number two, he being a constitutional head ought to be elected indirectly, as directly elected members cannot become constitutional heads. Another short question is, name any one qualification necessary for the election of the President of India. You know. Who is the first citizen of India? The President is the first citizen of India. Can the President be a member of the Parliament? The President cannot be a member of either house of the Parliament. If he is, he has to vacate his seat in the House on the date on which he enters the office as President. Now, in which situation does the office of the President fall vacant? The office of the President falls vacant if the President dies, or the President resigns, or he is removed by impeachment, or his term of 5 years expires. Another question is, to whom does the President send his resignation? The President sends his resignation to the Vice President. When and how can the President of India be removed? It came in 2006. And in 2016, another question came, what do we call the official process by which the President who is violated the Constitution can be removed? The answer is the President can be removed from his office for violation of the Constitution by impeachment. The process is known as impeachment. Now, by what majority is an impeachment resolution passed? The impeachment resolution must be passed by 2/3 of the total majority. What is the term of office of President of India? The President of India is elected for a term of 5 years, but he can be removed before expiry of his term through impeachment. This is the full answer. Now, what is the name of the body that elects the President? Or how is the President of India elected? Electoral College is the name of the body that elects President, and the members of the electorate college are nominated MPs, nominated MLAs, have no hand in electing the President. And who are the members? Elected MPs and MLAs are the members of the electoral college. Elected MPs and MLAs are members of the electoral college. Now, what is meant by single transferable vote system? Single transferable vote system means the candidates are selected through secret ballot. Okay. Who administers the oath of office to the President? The oath of office to the President is administered by the Chief Justice of India in presence of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. What does the President solemnly undertake to do when he takes the oath? It will not come. Don't worry. Mention 2 reasons for adopting indirect elections. We have discussed it earlier only. Mention 2 military powers of the President. Any military power you can refer. Who receives the foreign diplomatic envoys in India? The President receives. Who summons the joint sessions of the Parliament? The President summons. What is the President's power to nominate MPs in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha? Right, everyone knows the President nominates 12 MPs in the Rajya Sabha among the people of outstanding contribution in literature, science, social service, art, etc. He also nominates 2 MPs of the Anglo-Indian Society to the Lok Sabha if, in his opinion, that society is inadequately represented. What type of bills require President's prior approval before introduction? The bills which require President's prior approval are introduction of a money bill, bill for the creation of new states, alteration in the territories of the state. What is ordinance? Ordinance is a presidential decree having authority of law, and it is issued when the parliament is not in session. Okay, now some tricky questions like what options are open to the president under the following bills? Under ordinary bill, what options are open, and under money bill, what options are open? The president may give his assent in ordinary bill. Under ordinary bill, the president may give his assent, that means his signature, or he may withhold the bill or send it back for with recommendations. However, if the bill is passed again in the same form, he has to give his assent. But in money bill, he cannot be introduced without the recommendations of the president. So he cannot withhold it or send it back with his recommendations. The money bills cannot be introduced without the recommendations of the president. So he cannot withhold it. 3 types of emergencies: national emergency, constitutional emergency, and financial emergency. Okay, now another type of question. Vice President. 2 powers of the Vice President. He decides about the admissibility of a question or resolution of the Rajya Sabha, and he decides about the serial orders and time limit of the speech of the members. Okay. Now, what is the duration of some tricky questions? What is the duration of the constitutional emergency? The duration is only 2 months, and if it is to continue beyond 2 months, it must be approved by the parliament. All the powers which are there in your syllabus for 2021, please memorize them. Understand and memorize. Powers, chances are it will come. Who is the ex officio chairperson of the Lok Sabha? The Vice President. How long can the Vice President officiate as President? The Vice President can officiate as President for a maximum of 6 months, within which period the new President has to be elected. Another type of question is, mention the procedure when the President addresses the joint sessions of the both houses of the Parliament. The both houses of the Parliament are jointly addressed by the President on the first session after the general election. The President in this session expounds government's internal and external policies. Now, when does the President addresses both houses of the Parliament together? The President addresses both the houses of the Parliament together after each general election and at the commencement of the first session of the Lok Sabha. Okay. Who settles disputes arising in connection with the election of the President of India? The Supreme Court. So these types of short questions can come. In long questions, briefly explain any 3 executive powers of the President. Then with reference to the impeachment of the President, discuss the procedure. Then with reference to the legislative powers, President discuss summoning and proroguing of the President, Parliament, dissolving of the Lok Sabha, assenting of state bill, then why the justification of indirect election is necessary, then describe the circumstances under which the President can be removed. So these types of different types of questions can come. So what your responsibility as a student is, You see which portions are coming for your 2021 examination. Study them well and find out what type of questions can come from those portions. So you study those questions and memorize it, and you will score good marks. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you.